What I'd like to do is take you through a couple of things just to make it a little bit easier for you to use the SAP Business One Partner Sales Toolkit. Over time, the amount of content that's in the toolkit will grow. Already you've seen that I've started to upload quite a number of case studies as an example. Now, each document that goes into the toolkit can be tagged, and those tags can represent all kinds of different things. For example, with the case studies, the tags represent the country where the customer is located, the industry where the customer is operating, and also a tag that indicates what kind of document it is, in this case a case study. The presentations are tagged as presentations, videos as videos, and so on. So one of the things I want to do is just show you how you can create your own searches to make it quick and easy to find some of the resources that you're looking for when you're looking for them. So let's go, and I'm going to take you now through using Evernote. Now I'm just going to use the PC-based interface, or actually I might use the Macintosh-based interface, because that makes it nice and easy for me to do the recording with Camtasia. But of course, most of the functionality I'm talking about will operate equally well if you're using an iPad, or if you're using the Windows-based version of the Evernote client, or for that matter, the web-based version of the Evernote client.
So what you're looking at here is the main user interface of Evernote, and as you know, Evernote is the program that we're using to publish out the SAP Business One Partner Sales Toolkit. So all of the documents that are published in the Sales Toolkit are basically what we call notes. And notes are grouped together in what's called a notebook. So all the functionality I'm going to explain to you now you can use in any notebook, and you can create additional notebooks yourself in your own copy of Evernote. But we're just going to focus right now on the standard SAP Business One Sales Toolkit notebook. And you'll see that here are all of the documents that I currently have populated into the system. And as I add new documents, each time you go in and you either manually trigger a sync, or the timed synchronization happens, you will automatically receive any changes to the Business One Sales Kit. So any out-of-date documents will be removed, any new documents will be added. Now these documents can be all kinds of different types of documents. As you can see, we have PDF documents, we have PowerPoints that have been embedded into the system, and we have videos. So here's an example of a video, and on top of that I've also incorporated quite a number of case studies, and the number of case studies and other documents, as I said, will increase, but they all sit inside the notebook. So how do you actually navigate your way around and find what it is that you're looking for inside the Sales Toolkit? Well, every document, every object, every note that goes into the Sales Toolkit has tags, and those tags are what you use to search for documents. Now what you'll notice, and I'm using the Macintosh version of Evernote, but it's pretty much the same in all of the different versions, but what you'll notice here is I actually have my tags set up. So every time a document is given a tag, that tag will appear over here in the left hand side. So let's say, for example, I am looking for all of my case studies. So all I need to do, make sure that you've highlighted the notebook that you want to work with, in this case the Sales Toolkit, and I say I want case studies, and I can see there are 13 of those right now. So I click on case studies, and you'll see in the main area here what I get is just the case studies. And you'll see up here it says I'm viewing 13 notes from the Sales Kit, matching all of the following, tagged with case study. Now let's say, for example, I want to narrow that down. One of the other tags that I'm putting against the documents, particularly with case studies, I'm putting in the document type, the country that it relates to, and in the case of case studies, the industry. So I can, for example, I can see case studies in, let's say, I'll pick the United States because right now I think that's where I've got the most case studies. So yep, I've got 5 case studies in the USA. So right now what I'm looking at is case studies where they are tagged with USA. So what I can do is I'm able to go and construct all kinds of different search criteria here. So I can say matching all of these criteria, matching any of the criteria, whatever the case may be. So I can say I want those documents where they are in the USA and they are case studies. So if I wanted to do that, all I need to do, depending on your operating system, you might use the command key if you're on a Mac, or you might use the control key if you're on Windows. I can go and I can say I want documents from the USA that are case studies. And you can see by holding down the command key, it's now showing me documents that are USA and that are case studies. And what I'm able to do is I can narrow it down even further, and let's say I only want to see case studies in wholesale and distribution. So again, it narrows it right down for me. So I'm now seeing case studies from the USA that are wholesale and distribution. And there it is. Once I've got that there, I'm now able to email that note out. I can export it out. I can move it to another notebook. One of the things that you can't do, though, you can't delete the notes because you only have write access to the sales kit. That way I'm able to maintain that management of the toolkit. But of course you can build your own notebooks, as I said, and you can move these assets in and out of the toolkit as you so desire. Alright, the next thing I'd just like to show you is once you've created this particular search, you are able to save that as a search. So very quickly and easily you can take that search and you can, if you want to, you can go ahead and you can save that as a search, so you can use that over and over and over again. So let's then go back, and I'm going to remove that search completely. So all I do is I go up here and I choose reset. I get all my documents back. Now on the Mac and on the iPad or iPhone, one of the things that you'll be able to do when you're working with these documents, for example, you will be able to call up one of the videos, for example. So here is a mobility demo, and you'll be able to choose to do a quick look, and then what you'll see is you get the video will come up and play for you. You can't hear it right now, but coming through my headset, I have the narration of the video. Now, if you were using this on an iPad, you would then have the ability to look at this video in full screen. So what it does is it really gives you the capability to be anywhere at any time and have access to all these resources and be able to quickly and easily take those resources and share them out. So that's it for today's lesson. We've looked at how you do a search, we've looked at how the documents are stored, and we've looked at the concept of tagging. So what I'm going to do in the next lesson is I'm going to just show you how you can access the Business One Sales Kit from a web-based user interface.